How are you going to be accountable and transparent for your expenses when you are elected?
Oh my goodness, well that won't be too difficult for me. I've always been that way. I think that our expenses should be kept track of and periodically posted on a website so that the taxpayers and the citizens can see them. After all, it's their money that we're spending, and we have a duty of honesty and transparency and accountability to the people. We work for you. I mean, it stands to reason that we need to justify how we're spending your money and to show you that you're getting good value for your money. That's an obligation we can't refuse to undertake. I think it lies at the core of being responsible and democratic.
My planned expenses for my campaign is $0, and I plan to, in the unlikely event I ever get elected, I will keep the expenditures to as low as possible, because my party believes in lowering taxes and income taxes to a flat rate of 15%. So, and privatizing some services such as healthcare. So in that way, the taxpayers will pay as little as possible. Thank you.
Actually, my opinion doesn't count here. I had no choice in the matter. As a Green Party candidate, I had to commit to posting all of my expenses online. That was part of the deal. All Green Party candidates have to agree to that. So the first thing I'd probably post is a new parka, going to Ottawa for the winter, and apart from that, I would also try to keep my expenses down, and many of you probably know that I'm running what I call a counterpoint campaign in this election, very different from the last one, where I am trying to take money out of the equation, and that's why you don't see any signs, Green Party signs out there. That's done purposely. We have used signs that we could have used, but I asked for no signs. Anyway, I've managed to spend $4 so far on banking fees. So, thank you.
I haven't spent a lot of money on this campaign either, but apparently we're going to be audited at the end of this process. The primary point that we've tried to raise in this campaign, in this election, is that integrity matters. And I don't think that's something that the present government seems to understand. Even in calling this unconstitutional, as I see it, fixed date election, they've managed to double the amount of time one would normally have an election cycle. It's costing Canadians another, I understand, $125 million collectively when you take all the expenses in place. The cost, the maximum expenditure in this riding, as in all of the 338 ridings across Canada, is about $200,000 per candidate allowed. That's double what it was in the 2011 election. Partly because of the amount of time that's being spent, because we doubled the amount of time of the election itself, but that's partly going to a subsidy to the present government. Thank you.
Well, firstly, Larry, I have to tell you, I've got the clothes for Ottawa, so it's okay. We also have been pledged to post all our expenses online. I think that that's absolutely appropriate because we are elected officials and we are accountable. I'm absolutely appalled that our local resident Conservative candidate had probably some of the highest expenses ever in his riding here, because he took his wife and his family everywhere he went. I don't believe that that was necessary, but we will see how it happens. But yeah, I agree with the Green Party, accepting my clothes budget is going to be lower than Larry's. So.